You know, one of the best things I feel like you could do in life is being self aware. There's this quote. It goes, "Know thyself," and I think Socrates said that quote. Well, at least that's what he's known for. That quote is "Know thyself," and I think the reason why it's so important, especially in today's times, is because once you understand yourself, you can really start moving forward. Because it's like the beginning of this new epiphany, because now if you really know yourself, you know your weaknesses, you know your flaws, you know your strengths at the same time, you know what moves you, you know what makes you get up and just say, hey man, I'm gonna go conquer the world. Or maybe on the other end, hey, I know the reasons why I'm in bed and I'm not doing anything with my life. And it's a scary thing to do, because who wants to face their own demons? Who wants to face ourself in the weaker version, right? We will always want to be seen as strong. And in our minds, sometimes we got to trick ourselves to be able to think that way, right? Like, I'm the man, I'm the girl, like, I can do this. And deep down inside, maybe you're just scared, but you got to put on this false bravado to actually push you through the day. And that's fine. It's okay if you do that. I think sometimes you just got to fake it till you make it. And one thing I've done in my life to actually know myself better, actually it's two. The first one is isolation. I find I find that when I isolate myself, that's when I come to learn who I really am, because when I stop talking to people, I don't respond to text messages as quick. I don't call people when they call me, like I let it go to voicemail. It's in those times where I'm just like, hey, I can actually think. I can hear myself thinking without all this external noise. Like, you really gotta think about it. Like, open your phone, like close this app, right? And then look at your phone. Look at how many social media platforms are on your phone. You got YouTube, you got TikTok, you got Instagram, you got Facebook, and don't even forget you got all these live streaming platforms as well. You got Kick. I think there's one called Rumble. People using OF. Like, holy smokes, we have so much distractions. And honestly, to me, it's just noise. So isolation is the first thing I do to find myself. But I usually do those in moments of darkness, when I'm going through a very tough time, when I'm battling a rough moment in my life. That's when I do self isolation. But also, the second one, and it kind of runs along the first one, is, self isolation is one, but two, in bad times is when I really find myself. Because that's when you know who you really are. If you're in a bad spot, you're either going to fight or you're going to run. It's a fight or flight situation. That's it. When you're broke and you're hungry, are you the type to just do nothing and kind of wallow in your own misery? Or are you the type to say, you know what? Things are bad right now, but I'm gonna have to starve a little bit, but I'm gonna get up every single day. I'm gonna fight for this food. I'm gonna fight for this paycheck. I'm gonna fight to be better for my peoples that are around me. That's where I've been able to find myself, in isolation and in dark times. And I've been there many, many times. I've been broke several times. I came home from prison with nothing. I had people supporting me, but even with the support, that lasts for a very small window, and you have to do the work yourself. They'll say, hey, you should go do this. Hey, you should go do that. Hey, I found this link. Check it out. And then you have to actually put in the work. And you really got to ask yourself, and I think this is a good question. You really got to ask yourself, if you really want to know yourself, and this is a difficult thing for a lot of people to do, because it forces you to face yourself in the mirror and find your weaknesses. And it's a good question to ask yourself is like, what am I doing wrong in my life? And what am I willing to do to like change? Are you willing to become this new person, like create these new habits of this new person you want to become that person you want to be? Are you willing to do that? And I think that's a great question to ask yourself. So those two things, self-isolate, and in bad times is where you find yourself, and ask yourself those two questions. What am I doing wrong in my life? And what am I willing to do to change, to become that person I want to be? That's what I've done in my life every single time. And I'm going through it right now. And I'm asking myself this every single day that I look in the mirror while I'm brushing my teeth. What am I doing wrong? And I think about the things that I have to do to be better, to become the person or create that life that I want. Like, I want to work out and record myself for a living amongst friends, amongst family. And when I blow up, I want to take them with me. I got my little cuz, D-Boy, Danny Boy. I love that dude like a little brother. I want to create this world where we're making money doing what we love, which is working out. We love that feeling you get when you work out. Like, people that work out, you know what I'm talking about. It's such a great high. And imagine doing it with your loved ones, getting paid to do that for a living. And I failed so many times. I cheated on my diet so many freaking times. But yet here I am, still fighting, still moving forward. I want to be able to create a life where my little sister, Michelle, doesn't have to work no more. I want to give her the whole world, give her everything that she's never had growing up. Same thing with all my loved ones, all my family, just everyone in my life right now that's been there for me. Man, I love you guys. And if you have yourself questioning who you really are, I think try that method out and see if it works for you, because it's worked for me. I'm not sure it's going to work for everyone, but I definitely think it's worth giving it a shot. Good luck to you guys.